Hello everyone. How y'all doing? So, here with another message. As always, do your gratitudes. Do your three. What's your three? What's my three? What's my three? I'm looking at something, still guessing. Okay, I have a box in front of me. So, three things I'm thankful for: this box, this water bottle, and my Q-tip. Wow. So make sure y'all do y'all minimal minimal 3 gratitudes. So this topic that I have, oh yeah, have an amazing day. Okay. This topic, I was thinking about it earlier and then I kind of threw it to the side. But my son done something that brought it back to my recollection, okay? So I'm going to try to explain what just happened and then I'm going to go in deeper details. So, one thing about me is this: as a parent, I do my best to make sure that I spend time with my kids. Unfortunately, right now, I haven't been able to spend time with my oldest two. And it hurts that I cannot talk to them directly because all of this stuff is going on. But I know they're fine. But right now, my youngest is with me and he's 8. So, a lot of times I am on my phone due to the fact that a lot of this, like, I'm getting all my messages and stuff out now. Because in my spirit, I feel when I get to that point when we come back together, I'm going to make sure I put more time into my family and enjoy them. And I might do a video here and there, but to be honest, I don't even know if I want a phone or not. It's really like that. So I'm getting as much information out now to y'all, so that y'all have something to refer to. And then I must, spend time with my family and be with them. However, lately, when it comes to my son, like the past couple of days, I've been like dozing off more than normal, okay? And it's just because my energy level's going up. That's all it is. But I'm in the room with him all day. So today I was like, let me try to make sure I spend some more time with him. So I was like, hey, babe, let's do something. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really feel like it. But I forced myself to do things. So there's times I will literally put stuff down to make sure I give my kids time. Even if I don't feel like it, even if I'm tired, I don't care what it is. I have to make sure that I put that time in. But anyway, he was like, I don't want to. I said, cool. I said, we're going to do something anyway. So, what was it? We was going to throw something like a little plushie back and forth, do something in the room. Because it's been raining, so I didn't want to go outside. So we was going to throw something back and forth. But I was like, hey, let's play Uno as well. So the throwing game is something he wanted to do. So I was like, let me incorporate something I want to do as well. So I was like, let's play Uno. Because we do this thing with Uno, but we use a poppet little thing where we take the numbers and we just click on the poppets. I try to do different things. So normally he likes playing it. But he was like, no. I said, okay. I asked him 3 more times. We're going to do the Uno game and the throwing game. No. All right. 3rd time. We're going to do the Uno game and throwing game. No. I said, okay. So I said, well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on something that I want to watch. So meaning I'll put some background noise on. So put a TV show on that both of us want to watch. He was like, no. It's my son. I tell you, we go through the same thing. He's like, no, I want to turn on something I want to watch. I said, no. I said, you already say you don't want to play the game that I want to play. So this is how we can trade off. You get to play the game you want, and I get to turn the TV on to something I want. Now both of us happy. He was like, no, I want to play now. I already gave you. He was like, now I want to play your game, and then I can turn on the TV on what I want to watch. I said, no, that ain't how it go. I gave you 3 times to do something that both of us can do, and you could have done the TV too, but you chose not. So we're gonna work together. So he got a little upset. So I said, cool, you don't get to do nothing. Yeah, I said, you don't get to do nothing. Cause I said, you being selfish. I said, because you want me to always do, because I'm always doing whatever he wants, game wise and stuff. Because it's like, I just want to have fun with my child. So whatever games he want to play, I'll play. But, once in a while, I like to pick something too. So he got a little upset. And I tell you, my son is a channeler. So I know when I'm talking to him and I know I'm talking to a different spirit. So I had to tell him, you better tell that spirit sit his behind down. So he had his little moment or whatever. So what happened was, I told him, I said, this is what we do. You want to take a nap? Because it's afternoon time. So I was like, just take a nap. I don't want to take a nap. Hold up. Bump your brakes. Pause. Stop right there. So I had to have a conversation with him, because I had to let him understand, like, hey, yes, I'm your mother, and I allow you to play these games. However, if you go to school, wouldn't you feel some type of way if you play with your friends and they don't want to play a game you want to play? So I'm not just teaching you what it looks like to be selfish. I'm also teaching you how to stand up for yourself so somebody else don't do it to you. Because if you're going to work together, you work together. If you play together, you're going to play together. It's not one-sided. So I had him to take a nap. Okay. So I still go through the same things y'all go through, okay? Reason I have to do a little bit, communicate more. Normally most parents be like, sit your butt down, and that's the end of the conversation. But for me, I like to explain things, because I need to make sure that he understands. I have to make sure that he understands what I'm saying, because once you understand, now you're accountable for the actions you have. So he understood. But I also had to explain to him about, your channeler. So you got to make sure that you are the controller of your body. Yes, you are able to receive energies and stuff, but you have to be in control. So if you have children, that's the same thing. Please let them know that they are the control of the system. The spirit inside them can't control them. They have to have ownership, or that spirit going to tell them what to do. And like I told him, I had an old school moment, dog. I was like, either you going to sit your butt down, or I'm going to pop both. I'm going to get you and that spirit, because, I can go into the spiritual world and tear that tail up. But, I'm not going to do that, because as a child trying to teach them. But, yeah, I don't play those games. Don't get me wrong. Now, the old me went through these motions, and I kind of brushed it off, and it caused rifts. And that's what's about to get to this next message. So right now he's laying down, and he was talking, and I was like, you're going to have to take a nap. So he went to have a little moment, and I had to talk to him. I said, do you want to ruin your whole day, or just ruin 30 minutes of your day? So, you're going to have to put those stipulations out there, explain to them what is it worth. Do you want to really ruin your whole entire day, or will you want to take that little moment? A lesson is a lesson. And I told him, a L, even though you might feel like it's an L today, it's a win for tomorrow. Because now he know how to stand up for himself if this situation will happen to him. Okay, so that's that part. So, that's where I'm getting to this next part. When it comes to this journey that I'm on, okay, my reality is my reality. So, I don't want y'all as kids or adults, or however, to feel like I'm picking favorites, okay? It's no different than with my kids. I don't have a favorite, okay? Because each child is different. Each child has different personalities. They are all different. So my thing is, I try to make sure I give time all the way across the board for my kids in reality, okay? When it comes to me doing things in the world, I don't want y'all to feel like if I communicate with certain people, I don't care if they're kids, little ones all the way up to grown. I don't want y'all to feel like, oh, these is her favorite people and this and that. Listen. When it comes to the outside of my home and I do something in the reality, no different than when I do these videos, I go based off the spirit. Everything happens for a reason. Like I always say, I know what I need to know when I need to know it. I do what I need to do when I need to do it. And I go where I need to go when I need to go to it. It's like that. So if I communicate with somebody more than once, it's part of the process. Okay? If I don't communicate with someone, then it's part of the process. Does that mean that that person I communicate is better than the other? No. Okay? No. I need y'all to understand that. I don't want y'all to sit back and feel like you're not special. And that's what's getting to this next part. The reason why I went through so much crap throughout this process is because people wanted my attention. Okay? So, everyone has, if you've been around that one person, that child, or that one person that always want praise for everything they do. meaning that if they pick up something off the floor, they want you to be like, oh my God, good job. Or if they go clean something, oh my God, good job. And 24/7. And see, that's the problem I had. The reason why my spirit was trapped for so long is because a lot of folks, certain ones that been traveling with me through decades, that has stolen my spirit and attached me to them, is because they needed somebody to fan them, to be their fangirl all day long and be like, Mama proud of you, baby. I'm proud of you. Oh, you went to the bathroom. I know you're 20 years old, but Mama proud of you. It's literally like that. It was really like that. That's all it really came. That's really what it boiled down to. These people wanted nothing but my time and attention. They wanted attention 24/7 to the point they kept me hostage. Okay? And it's one of those things when, as a parent and as a child, I'm going to talk to you as kids. I know you have other siblings. Okay? Some of you are all you know the word. My words ain't coming right out. But y'all blood. Okay? Your blood. And then some of y'all might have someone that's adopted. It could be a cousin. It could be somebody that ain't even part of the family. And sometimes when you have multiple siblings, it's always that one child that just want all the attention, that would do whatever to get attention. They're doing this, they're doing that. Either they're doing good things. It's like, look, I got another A. Look, I got this. Look, I got that. Look. Look at me, mommy. Look at me, daddy. Or you have that child that keeps acting up, destroying stuff and doing whatever just to keep attention. Because how they say it, bad attention is the same as good attention. You understand? Long they get in the eyes on them and it's all for everyone else, they're happy. And what happens with those parents, they get ran ragged because you're trying so hard to prove that you love this child that you kind of neglect the rest. You end up neglecting the rest. You don't give the same attention to the others because you're like, oh, they don't never need my attention. Like, they quiet. They always doing things on their own. They don't bother anyone. And, they always good. All I got to say good job here and there and they happy. But then deep down inside, they like, Dag, I wish you could say it more often. Say I'm proud of you more often and good job more often, spend time with me more often, but you always with my brother, or you always with my sister, or you always with my cousin, you understand, or you always at your friend's house messing with those kids and stuff. Excuse me. Giving them time, but because I don't make a lot of noise, I get pushed to the side. How many of y'all kids be stuck in a room all day? And then what happens is, they wasn't like that. Some of them was, but a lot of times they wasn't like that. But what happened is they just got tired of trying. They got tired of being pushed to the side. Here, hey, babe, let me finish this work real quick. Let me finish cooking real quick. Let me finish doing this. Let me finish that. And it's like, after a while they say, you know what, forget it. I'm tired of trying to fight for attention or time or to be acknowledged. But the child that's always getting good grades is, you remember like off of Brady Bunch, Marsha. It's like that. It's always Marsha. I had a Marsha in my life that got me nerd. That every time I turn around, they just wanted all the attention, and it's like that. Now I ain't talking about my kids, but I'm talking about my kids. It's always like that. You always got that one that just want all your attention. They want to keep it from everyone else. And if what I'm saying don't make sense, go look at y'all social media pages. How many of y'all out here doing dumb stuff just to get people to look at you, just to say, hey? I didn't say it, y'all done it. How many of y'all out here, every time there's a trend or there's something going on, y'all doing whatever it takes just to get people to look at you? With the money stacks, with the attitude of personas, men, they're guys, y'all take your shirts off and show you your little pecs, and and you got the females half naked, or you got the trends of you know, the body, showing your bodies and doing all of that. And sometimes it's not even all of that. Sometimes it could be, you know, look how smart I am. Look at this, look at that. It could be politics. You just keep debating over the same mess over and over again because you need somebody to click so you can bait them. You understand? Keep talking about racism, keep talking about LGBTQ, keep talking about, you know, religion. You just keep talking about the same old thing because you need a crowd. And y'all not even doing it because you want to. You just doing it because you're lonely and you need somebody to say, good job. Good job. That's it. Because your mama never hugged you as much as, I guess, or your daddy wasn't there or something. Maybe they was there, but you needed some more attention. It happens. Y'all will do whatever it takes to get attention. To the point you do your witchcraft spells and you do all of that stuff. And y'all been teaching these kids that. You understand? These kids been needing hugs and kisses and loving. And for the kids, you know, it's time for y'all to, you know, for the ones that always getting attention all the time, I'm going to tell you right now, if you know that your siblings are not getting attention, back up a little bit louder and just get the spotlight sometimes. Because we see what it's doing to these people. And I'm going to tell you, there are some people out here that are grown, that are still like, how can I say it? They still taking in formula. For the ones that understand what I'm saying. They still taking in formula. And what I mean by that is, I understand when you have parents that really love you and there, but when you have other siblings and you still like in your 30s and 40s, and your mama always gotta be with you and your daddy gotta be with you everywhere to go, whenever time you gotta talk, but then when you want to be disrespectful, you by yourself, but then when you need somebody to clean up your act, your parents doing it for you. Do not grow up to be like them. Okay? One thing about me is this, with my kids, I always made sure I spent time, and I always congratulate them, but I also told them, hey, there's going to be times you're not going to be congratulated for everything you do. You still need to be proud of yourself, even if somebody else don't give you the kudos. You need to pat yourself on the back, even though you don't get it all the time. Okay? I need y'all to start knowing how to do that. Like, stop running your parents ragged. Okay? If you got other siblings, share the love. You understand? Because if you running your parents ragged, right, and maybe you 10 years old or something, right, and you got your parent ripping and running down the street, doing this, doing that for you, all of these things, because they trying to prove they love you and you don't even like them. Yeah, a lot of times that's really what goes on. Because you have them at the drop of a dime, that you lose the love for them because now you're looking at them as your slave. I'm going to call it what it is. That's what happens. Because you don't respect them anymore. I'm going to tell you what it really boils down to. This is what really goes on. And I need parents to understand. When your kids get to that point where you always running behind them all the time because they want that attention and they don't know how to do anything on their own and they getting older now, their steps, their level, it's like cleaning, you understand? As a child, you know, as a toddler, you can teach your toddlers how to pick up toys and put them in a toy box. And then when they get to that next level, then you can teach them how to start, you know, making up the bed and stuff or something. And then you get to the next level, then you teach them how to wash dishes and stuff. And then the next level, teach them how to wash the clothes. And then the next level, you know, the cooking and clothes. Then the next level, you teach them how to get ready. You get what I'm saying. See, you still got to teach these kids how to do things on their own. Okay? Sometimes you're going to have to teach them something and then walk away and allow them to do it, even if it's not perfect. So what I'm trying to say is like this, like my son making up the bed. All right? Now, I know the sheet is heavy, but I taught him ways how to do it. The first time he made up the bed, it wasn't the best, but I didn't mess with it. I let it stay there because I need him to be proud of himself. I didn't go behind him and say, that ain't perfect, that ain't right. It's his first time. It could have been messed up. It could have been where he didn't even do nothing at all. But I let it stay the same way that he done it because I need him to be proud of himself. The next day we come back. All right, let's do it again. And then he did a little bit better. I didn't mess with it. It still was, as a parent, it wasn't perfect, but it was perfect for me to him. It was perfection for him. So I allowed him to do it. And each day, I allowed him to do it each day to the point he started getting it right. See, that's the problem. In our world, we have these kids that take over. And we show them how to do something, and they have to do it, but they have to do it on purpose. Because you have went in to go behind them to fix something they still learning. To the point that they say, you know what? Okay, if every time I try to do something, you're going to come behind me and clean it up anyway. You ain't going to accept what I have. Then guess what? Hey, Mom, I need my clothes to be washed. Hey, Mom, I need this stuff to be picked up. Hey, Mom, I need to cook for me. Hey, Mom, I'm about to go do this. Can you do that for me? Hey, Mom, I got this assignment. I don't know how to do it. Can you do it for me? Hey, Mom, I need to go down. I need some money to get this stuff. And we say for daddies too. Reverse the roles. To the point you are running because you never allowed them to accept the how can I say it, the steps or the obstacles that they had to jump over, and allow them to turn around and look at it and say, yay, I jumped over that. No, what you do is they try to jump. They hit the you know how they like jump over those little hurdles? So they try to jump and they fall over it, right? What you do, the next one you move it out of the way. And before you know it, you keep moving it out of the way. And you keep moving it out of the way. Keep moving it out of the way. Now they 30-some years old or 40 years old. And you wonder why every time you turn around, you got to run behind them and be there to protect and provide for them. Why you always paying all their bills, or whenever they going through issues, they can't figure out how to handle issues. They need you to be there to comfort them. They need you to stand up and speak. But they don't realize, guess what? Their reputation ain't the one getting jacked up. It's yours. Because you're not living your life. Because they're living it for you. How many of y'all sitting back and you're grown and you out there want to go out and have a good old time, but you can't because they telling you who you need to be dating. They telling you who you need to be with. They telling you can't go on vacation because you got to watch their kids, because guess what? You allow them to do it as a child, so why they can't do it as an adult? See, I had to learn that sometimes you got to walk away and tell the child, make up your own bed. You laid in it. You did what you need to do in it. You rolled, you tossed. Now make it up. I can't help you. You don't know how to make it up? Google it. Google it. Look it up. Find a way. Can't help you. You understand me? Because I have other kids over here that been feeling like they haven't been seen. And it's time for me to make sure that they get seen. It's time for me to make sure that they get heard. It's time for me to make sure, because you've been holding up my time too long. Too long. I love you, though. But you're getting grown. You got to get out the door. You need to get your own place. You understand? So when it comes to y'all as kids, y'all have to recognize that you're not going to get kudos all the time. I'm talking to the ones that always get it. Because if you get to that point that you always have to have someone to say you're doing a good job, when you get older, guess what? You're going to be running around searching for praise. You're going to be doing some dumb stuff just to get it. You know how much crazy stuff these people been doing just so they can get people to say, oh my God, you are amazing. Do you want to be out here running the streets? Because that's what they doing. They still ain't killing and destroying just so somebody can say, good job. Last time I checked, you can just write that down and look at it. You understand? You have a spirit inside you. You understand? My energy inside of you. Let's just accept it. You understand? Stop looking for validation. Validate yourself. You the one park. Validate yourself. For the ones that don't understand meaning. Don't go out here looking for other people to tell you you're amazing. Tell yourself that. What happens is when you allow your own energy to acknowledge that, it's going to come to you naturally. You ain't got to sit there and steal it from someone else just to say you got it or you have it. Stop having y'all parents going out here looking like a hot mess, running around and stuff just so you can say that you got control. You don't have control of anything. Because something happens to that parent, then what? You lost all your control. Now what you going to do? What you going to do? How you going to eat? How you going to survive? How you going to do? You going to depend on the next person? So what? Y'all going to grow up and be in a relationship with someone else and try to tell them what to do? People getting smart these days. Nobody ain't got time for all of that. I sure ain't got time for all of that. Even my own kids. I don't care if I am a trillionaire. All my kids gonna make sure they gonna learn how to work. Do you understand me? I'm gonna just say that. They're gonna still learn how to work a job. They're gonna still learn how to do on their own. I don't care if I had servants or people that work for me or work around me. They still gonna have to learn how to make up their own bed. They still gonna know how to clean up behind themselves. You understand? Y'all have to realize that your parents are not tools. They're gifts. A lot of people don't have them. They don't. Okay? So, appreciate them. Appreciate your parents. Don't sit back and think you're going to run them and tell them what to do and how to do it. And then when life hits and then you realize, oh my God, my parents sick. And oh my God, this and that. Then you wonder like, man, you cannot get another parent. Okay? For the ones that really have great parents that will do whatever to try to make sure that you are taken care of, it's very hard to find. You will never get the same person again. Once they're gone, they're gone. Now, all you're going to be doing is left with memories. But a memory can't pick up the sheets for you. A memory can't pick up the book for you. A memory can't take you to the store when you want. A memory can't make that meal for you. I don't want you stuck in depression. Enjoy your parents while you have them. Don't sit back and take their life. They did their part. They're doing their part. And for the ones that you have siblings, it's time to allow you. If you have a sibling that is quiet and don't say anything, you know that you're taking that opportunity from them. Make sure that you acknowledge that sibling. Make sure you acknowledge him. Him, her, whoever. Because that's your family. Because guess what? If something happens to the parent, that's all you have is the sibling. And if you're not there, you not appreciate them now, guess what? 9 times out of 10, that sibling is the one that's going to go out there and know how to survive on their own. Know how to go out there and do on their own. You can't sit back and tell them, hey, you need to take care of me now. No. No. I'm not going to stop my life for you because you didn't want to use your own. So, take the opportunity now to appreciate the ones that are there for you. And parents, if you know that you've been giving one of your child more attention than the other, it's time to stop it. You're hindering their growth. Okay? I don't care if they are 10, I don't care if they're 15, I don't care if they're 20. You are hindering their growth. And I understand you're like, man, but how are they going to survive? They'll figure it out. It's time for them to start using their own brains. You understand? I'm not, now for the ones that's underage, I'm not sitting here saying, okay, don't, fix food or something, but teach them how to do things on their own. They're getting older. They should be able to know how to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich if they can't eat that, or at least some type of sandwich, or salad, or noodles, or something simple. Teach them, show them the ways that they can do these things on their own. I don't care if they have a tantrum. Have that conversation. Tell them to take the behinds of sleep, or discipline them the way you decide to discipline them, and then get them right back. I don't care if they say, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Cool. Don't eat then. Cool. You're going to have to put your foot down. I'm not saying starve them. But you're going to have to put your foot down. No. I'm not. You're going to clean up this room. I'm not cleaning up my room, Mom. All right. Clean the room up. Or you're not going to get nothing else. Or I could take everything out of the room and you ain't got to worry about cleaning nothing. I don't care. All right, cool. I'm not going to keep talking to you. Give me your stuff. I'm going to take your electronics and all of that. When you know how to respect me, then you get it back. But until these chores are done, you ain't getting nothing. I had to do that with my kids. And it's hard because you don't want to see them go through it. I get it. But you got to do it. You have to. You are creating the villains in your story. So be the superheroes and control it. However your child grows, grow up, it depends on you. You have a choice of creating a villain or a superhero. Which one do you want? Because guess what? You're going to be the first victim. I'm going to tell you that right now. They always try it out on the parents first. So, it's up to you to handle that situation. Can't allow your kids to sit back and disrespect you. And kids, you can't sit back and disrespect your parents. Because you never know how these people out in here in the world are going to get you. Because the way you treat them is how it's going to come back to you. And it always come back worse than what you give it. Don't think you cheating the system. Go look at these other people. See what's going on with these other people. I tell y'all, you got all the information out here on how to survive. Look at all these other people that thought they was cheating the system. You understand? You always get caught. You always get caught. So why are you going to try to cheat the system? Love the person, then you don't have to be in the system at all. Or keep acting up and be problematic. And then you're going to have to solve your own problems. So I just want y'all to understand that I don't want, spiritually wise, I'm out here. Okay? I'm everywhere. I've proven that my energy has been everywhere. It ain't my fault y'all couldn't see it. Y'all was so busy in the book that you couldn't even see the vision that was in front of you. So I don't want anybody to sit back and feel like, oh my God, she's paying more attention to this more. Let me go out here and do things to get her attention. I don't do that stuff. The stuff how they was doing, that ain't me. Okay? Authentic is my way. When I see you trying hard, the more I'm gonna look away from you because you're not doing it for the right reason. Okay? That's a user. Okay? I don't acknowledge users. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So if y'all go out here and think, oh, let me try to go and do all of this stuff just to get her attention, just to get her to see me, I'm gonna ignore you. Because you're that child that just want attention. You're not doing it because of love. You're doing it because you want praise. I don't worship that. I don't worship anyone. Okay? That's why these mother suckers did. I did it again. I didn't curse. But you get what I'm saying. That's why these other people did what they done. Because they wanted me to worship them. I'm not going to do that. You understand me? So, let's all love each other like we're supposed to. Give out the same energy you want somebody to give you. If you don't want to be left behind, then don't leave somebody else behind. If you don't want to have to sit back and receive fake love, stop looking for fake views. You understand? If a person's going to subscribe, they're going to subscribe. If a person's going to like, they're going to like. If you got to ask and beg for it, then guess what? You're looking for attention. I'm going to say that. Do y'all notice in my videos, I don't say, please like and subscribe. If you like it, please like and subscribe. If you really love me, please like and subscribe. I don't do all of that because if you want to do something, you're going to do it. I'd rather for you to do something because you want to, not because I told you to do it. I told y'all, energy is energy. When you asking for energy that you may not want to receive. True, genuine love gonna sit there and acknowledge you because they truly, genuinely love you. That's why they acknowledge you. But when you are a beggar, you get beggars. Okay? And guess what? That's why a lot of y'all content, kids all up. That's why y'all content keep changing because of the viewers that's watching you. Because you went from being authentic to a chaser. Now you trying so hard to keep the fans because you need praise. In order for to be worshipped, you got to do what they want you to do. But when you genuine, either you take what you get or you can keep on moving. Do you understand me? Learn how to congratulate yourselves. Learn how to love yourselves. And if your parents do this with the kids, if you want a child to keep getting missing, keep praising yourself. You can be all right. Don't stress it. You understand? Because a person that can stand on their own 2 feet know how to walk. A person that can't stand on their own 2 feet always got to be carried. All I got to say is I'd rather walk than somebody drop me on my tail. On that note, you have a blessed day.